Hi. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. My name is Mirna. I'm joined by a very eclectic panel today. We have different individuals from different walks of the art world. So right next to me is Vilma, and she's the director of the region's largest and most important art district called El Sirkal Avenue. Jasper, who heads the Dubai Opera, and then Khurram, who comes from a Bitcoin background, blockchain sort of background, but also owns a gallery that's right here at the hotel. And lastly but not least is Hatem, who is a Saudi fashion designer. He established a brand called Toby, but he is also a curator. We are going to be talking about the many different wonderful intersections between the art and luxury worlds. We've all had opportunities of engaging with them. And we've created a constellation of points that we're going to be talking about. But firstly, we wanted to give you a little brief on some examples of where art and luxury have married. And there's one that I think, well, I hope you guys remember, which was a couple of years ago, Louis Vuitton, when they commissioned El Cid, the Tunisian calligraphy artist, which was a first for the house with an Arab artist. And what they did was, or what he did was, he created these scarves, and that they had this beautiful Arabic calligraphy that he had taken from a poem that celebrated the relationship between Venice and the Arab world. A couple of months after that, I remember the Louis Vuitton windows featured the artworks of Farhad Moshiri. You showed him, of course, in El Sirkal. So this was one of the examples for me that immediately came to mind as far as locally and the region are concerned. And I wanted to ask you, what are some examples? So, Vilma, if you could tell us about some.
Actually, when I gave it a thought, there are so many international examples, I think, that it's interesting to kind of look at. Is it BMW art journey? Because I think we always seek to kind of look at the luxury market, right? And I think it's an interesting and fantastic collaboration between the fashion brand and we'll see that actually Bradley's here, who was, I think, behind this very collaboration during Louis Vuitton days. But I think there are many international projects. Is it Absolute Art Award? Is it BMW Art Journey? I think when we look at the local aspect or regional aspect, somehow we separate ourselves. And it's really important to look at it as from a holistic point of view. So for us, if I view this from El Sirkal's point of view, I think welcoming Burberry, which for me reminded a lot of Dior at Victoria and Albert Museum, or McQueen's exhibition at Victoria and Albert Museum. This was Burberry's take in the regional landscape to bring an exhibition titled The Cape Reimagined, which entailed 78 limited edition capes from their new collection in 2017, which was launched in London's Fashion Week, and then bringing them here to our space in concrete, which is the very first space by Ramco Hassoameh in the UAE, and showcasing and staging a fashion exhibition was some sort of entry into the marketplace, but also the way they connected with the audiences and the positioning and desire of the brand was really successfully positioned. And I think creating more of these type of collaborations is really, really important, because listening to some of the earlier sessions and some of the data that came out, as we look at the future trends, loyalty is one of the most important aspects for any brand going forward. And so I think building that brand value and positioning within regional landscape was a very interesting staged in the Circle.
I saw that show. I thought it was fantastic.
I'm glad you made it.
Yeah. Jasper, any examples that come to mind? Art and luxury?
Yeah, so I obviously represent a different side of art. It's about performance art, and essentially that comes down to opera and ballet and theatre, and all of those three, they are a reflection of life in all its different forms. And the point that Vilma just made about collaboration, it's not a new one in any of those forms as far as the combination of luxury and culture, luxury and art is concerned. It goes back hundreds and hundreds of years. And when you take a performance art like opera, you have an opportunity to blend multiple collaborations. And those have also been happening for many hundreds of years. They happen between fashion designers, costumiers, they happen with choreographers, they happen with actors, they happen with singers and dancers and composers.
And visual artists.
And of course visual artists, because all of those genres, they need a set. They need to take you to a place that makes you believe you are there. You are back in a certain point in time, a certain place in the world. And for all of our history, the very best examples of theatre and opera and ballet have been helped by collaborations with some of the greatest artists, in many cases supported by some of the greatest luxury brands of the time, and that continues today. And so it's not new, it's something that has always been there. And what's interesting is to see how individual brands take one of those genres and how they look to develop it, how they look to identify with it, how they look to help support its continued growth, because these are living art forms, they change over time. And as a brand grows, as a luxury item grows in popularity, so the art form can go with it. And those are the most interesting ones. So when we look for a partner, we are looking for somebody who is interested in connecting with us in a way that will help us grow, will help a series of things grow. And you can look literally at every single country, at every single example at the top level of as I say, opera, ballet and theatre, and you can find multiple collaborations which are exciting and keep it interesting.
Khurram?
Well, I'm probably the newest entry to the art world, and I'm looking at different concepts or ideas all around the world where we can empower local artists. And like just before this panel, there was a blockchain event, and there was not even a place to stand over here. And here we're talking about art, and I mean everyone is sitting here. So this shows you the type of interest that they have in these new technologies. However, one of the best examples I've seen anywhere in the world is K11. You guys should all check it out. In terms of how this Chinese gentleman has created the best malls in the world. And what he does is he creates like a Monet collection which will be exhibited at the mall. So the art is a draw for people to come to the mall, and it is one of the top selling luxury retail areas these malls are in the world. So how art pulled in the people, and those people bought other luxury product. The other example, which is completely blew me away, a friend of mine called Guy La Liberté, he's the owner of this company called Cirque du Soleil, and we were having a chat, and he comes from the street, so he's a street artist, a fire blower from the street, and I mean, he sleep anywhere, but today every single country in the world's president knows him. He has 40 secretaries which speak every single language in the world, and his concept was to move animals out of circus, but he invests all his money, every single last dollar, for the next show. So if his next show doesn't work, he's going back to the street. So it is like a do and die, which is very different from any other business that you can do. Everything is about de-risking and how to. These are two examples I think everyone should check out, is Cirque du Soleil and K11.
we talked earlier about an example that exists in Lebanon, and I actually wanted to ask you, do you think it's a psychographic thing? I mean, it worked in Hong Kong, but there was the Aishti, I don't even know what it's called. Is it the Aishti Center or the Aishti Foundation? Aishti Foundation. So it's part mall, part, you know, the holdings of the founder, Tony Salemi. And you were mentioning that it's going to close.
Well, it's going to relocate.
To relocate.
To another
So do you
space.
think it's is it a behavioral thing? I mean, do some cultures like to go shop and look at art? And
I think it's
others
more
don't?
of a capital and a population thing. Because China's got such a huge population, you know, it's getting into this luxury industry. And also the way it's done. Maybe I haven't had an opportunity to check out the Lebanon one, but I've had a great opportunity to check out the Chinese. He's developed 30 malls. And he's not really concentrating on art. He's concentrating on selling luxury retail. So he's using art as more as a pull. And the type of art he's using is like Monet and Dali and Picasso. So I think it's a capital thing too, because you know, to put 10 Van Goghs in a mall will be more pricier than the mall, because it's 10 billion or $1 billion of art in a mall, which might be worth 600 million or 800. So it's I think capital and population matters a lot. And wherever, for example, Dubai, tourism is there. A lot of Chinese are coming to Dubai. And if there was something like an art mall where there was exhibitions every day of Monet or Picasso and stuff, a lot of people would be going there. This is, maybe you should tell this to Mr. Alabar.
I mean, actually, I think we might need museums from what you're saying. But I think there was a similar collaboration between Leila Heller and Gallery and Dubai Mall, where they did bring a collection from one of the Chinese collectors and involved local artists as well. But I think, for me, art serves a bigger purpose, and I think while it can be a proxy, I think it's about viewing how can we develop meaning and purpose. And we will have to be more innovative than just thinking in terms of physical space, I think, going forward. Simply just because the market is changing, but I think we also cannot forget the context. While one thing would work in China, might not work in Lebanon or United Arab Emirates, etc. And I think it's really important to think in those terms and think, okay, are we thinking long term? How holistically? What meaning or purpose we are creating? And we must be selective. I think especially as brands or as an organizations, as institutions, because building loyalty is a long-term proposition.
I think it is, I mean, I beg to disagree with you, because the world is changing like this. And blockchain, cryptocurrency, no one knew about it. Everyone's talking about it today. Banks are scared of crypto. Worlds are, different governments are putting it down. When we look at it, the whole concept is art shouldn't be a industry for people like myself. Art should be an industry for the masses. So we need to have inclusive. We don't need His Excellency Khurram Shroff owning a huge collection. We don't need Ulster Cal owning a huge collection. We need everyone else in this room owning a small part of the collection. And that is what we need to do, is we need to get more and more patrons into art who are willing to even invest $10, $20, because if you invest a little bit of money, you feel a sense of ownership of that particular art, and we increase more and more patrons. The whole world is going towards a sharing economy. No one's buying cars anymore. No one's going to buy art anymore, unless it's fractionalized, and that was a discussion before this on blockchain, that we need to figure out how to create art as inclusive as possible for the whole world to participate in it, not just a few people.
People like Vilma and myself have and continue